Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Mr. Big is out real soon for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and I was very lucky to get some hands-on time with him ahead of, well, him coming out on December the 9th. And I figure in this video, well, let's do what we do and let's talk Mr. Big. He's very interesting. Obviously this season, we had two classic characters, Andy and Joe. We had two guests from Street Fighter, Chun-Li and Ken, and we have Mr. Big, who is from Art of Fighting. And, you know, they've been teasing a lot of Art of Fighting stuff lately. They have the very big, like $100,000 plus Art of Fighting 3 tournaments. We know there's a new Art of Fighting in development. So it looks like he's kind of the bridge between whatever this new Art of Fighting property is going to be and the current game. He's someone who isn't in many games. He's the sub-boss of Art of Fighting 1. He's in Art of Fighting 2, he's in King of Fighters 96, and one of the later revisions in 98. And if I remember right, like the home console, like PlayStation 2 version of King of Fighters 11, and that's about it. So he's not that common, so let's talk about everything about him in this game. So here we are with Mr. Big in the game. So out of the gate here, one thing, hey, there's a new stage. So just like everything as far as the DLC is concerned, the stage is completely free of charge. It's just part of the update for the character. That's cool. This is also his stage in Art of Fighting 1, where he is the sub-boss. And yes, unlike Art of Fighting 1, he can jump. In the original appearance of the character, he literally could not jump. This being the game, everyone can jump, he can jump. Now, play-wise, he's very interesting. If I do say any character he's close to, I guess it would be like Vox or Kevin. He is a command grab character, and it's a really good command grab, by the way. It doesn't do tons of damage or nothing, but it gives you lots of opportunities, and also there's lots of opportunities to land it due to the nature of how it works. So one of the things you're going to notice out of the character out of the gate is, hey, he uses weapons, because, you know, he's cheap and he's a boss. Bosses use weapons. And because of these weapons, he has some range. Like, this is just stand jab, right? And stand jab can hit from real far away. And a lot of his normals just have a lot of range to them, crouching normals. Stand heavy is a real MVP because it hits from a titanic range away. And also, it's a target combo on top of that. So you can just go directly into combos. It's not the safest on block, but, you know, hit confirm it, right? And plus, the game being the game, you can mitigate the block stuff pretty easily as well. So since it leads into lights, you can just get a little sass on it here with like some basic combo structure. You know, not bad for a quick overhead. Or if you got some extra meter to burn, you can kind of do the old meter dump and get some damage in there. Keep in mind though, due to the nature of it being really good with the fast overhead, it will scale the combo a decent amount. But still, you can get some okay damage. So now let's just talk his moveset in the game. So we talked about normals, interesting normals, big normals. If I had to define him as an archetype, he's as close as this game gets to a big boy. Once again, I think he's sort of like Vox and Kevin in a lot of ways. But let's start with it. One of the big things is he has, you know, the standard uppercut style move in the game. And, you know, a lot of things that come with like breakable. And if you can break it, you can break the regular, break the enhanced, and then go for the light version, all that. The usual stuff in this game that this allows. And the thing is, the light version, unlike so many other characters, is not invincible. Normally, if you got the heavy breakable and the EX breakable, like the light version's what you got, right? For defense. It's not to say he's weak defensively. He's got some other stuff going on. But he doesn't have the traditional light invincible uppercut that most of the cast has. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, also, he's a bit, you know, he's an older guy, right? He's from Art of Fighting, and they keep the timelines succinct, I guess you could say. Art of Fighting is, like, nominally set in the late 70s, and Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves, City of the Wolves is set, like, in the early to mid-2000s, like 2006 to 2008-ish, right? So he's just got old, and he keeps old school SNK fireballs, not just like going across the ground, although if you enhance it, it will, but like they just don't go far at all. There's some stuff about that though. So they can use it basically as a poke, like another button, if you will, on top of his already big buttons. But if you manage to do them close, the properties completely change. They do a lot more damage and they will knock down the enemy. So that's really cool. What's also really cool is it will punish you for blocking them. The heavy version specifically, that's plus on block, point blank. Like the enhanced version is plus, sure, but like that's a lot of characters in the game, so it's like whatever. And you're burning bar for that. So just the regular version is plus. So if you're in someone's face and like just go for it, it's still your turn. You can just kind of poke him out, especially with like your superior normals, right? Because he's got the range, as we talked about. So that's pretty cool. Another thing he maintains is, for lack of a better term, I just call this the Psycho Crusher. It's not Psycho Crusher. It has its own name naturally. It's cross diving here. By the way, he has some silly names. I always love the one name for the uppercut, California Romance. I just think that's a really sick name for a fighting game move. I don't know. But yeah, like he has the move where he'll just rush at you. You better believe this is death on block. Although you can break it. So it can hit from pretty far away, or you can break it and fake out and like go for a throw or something like that. So the option is there. The main thing about it is it does a lot of damage in a single hit. So it's pretty good for combo scaling. So if you're looking to like add that to a combo, it'll add a significant chunk of damage in one go. So the earlier you can add it to a combo, kind of the better. So that's quarter circle forward kick. Quarter circle back kick is the part where he just beats the holy hell out of you with the sticks. So nothing much to say here. It's mostly combo fodder. The enhanced version is very interesting because that's also breakable, but breakable in the way where you can break it before the final hit and it'll leave them standing. And that actually, for the way he works, is fantastic because it's got a lot of synergy with the command grab, as we're going to talk about a bit later. Because once again, it's not the most damaging command grab by any stretch, but there's so much utility to it. But yeah, so you just get a basic hit in, right? You can use this to just get your damage in. It's respectable enough and leave them standing for guest strike, guest throw kind of mix. So it's pretty cool like that. And now let's get to the part where I mentioned his defense. So again, he doesn't have an actual invincible uppercut like many characters do, but he does have a very interesting counter system. So we got quarter circle back, light punch, heavy punch. Light gets highs and mids, and heavy punch gets lows. And to note, the high one will get jumps as well, so it's not just grounded moves. So all highs and mids no matter what. It has a couple frames of startup. It's 3 frame startup, so it's not frame 1, same with the enhanced version. So you can't use it necessarily as a wake up reversal. It's more of a call out, but still it's there. And the enhanced version, by the way, just gets everything. High, mid, low, doesn't matter what it is. So what's interesting with this besides just the fact it's a counter? Like it being a counter, I guess is cool enough in and of itself, right? But the thing is, if you whiff the counter, you can do an attack right afterwards. So even if you whiff it, like you can just go right into the attack right after the fact. So you can get it if you get it, but if not, you just go directly into attack. So you don't lose your turn necessarily if you get called out. Also helps that they're safe-ish on block, that they got a decent amount of pushback to them, and it's only -5. So not everyone's really going to do anything much about that. So that's really interesting. So you're not too disincentivized just to kind of go for it and see if you catch something. Also, it helps that the enhanced version is pretty decent for combo routing, because, well, it counts for like Rev Excel cancels, and the low version is a actual just full-on launcher. When you do the enhanced version, just do light for the mid or heavy for the low, and it launches. So like very basic example here, but it gives you enough height just to launch so you can get like a level 1 super afterwards, and for a basic combo, that's a lot of damage. So the fact that it can help float people up higher for combos, and that you get, you know, your heaviest hitting moves afterwards to keep the scaling good, keep the damage high, then get a super afterwards. It's cool. And I mentioned the command grab. We're going to save that for last because there's a lot of command grab theory and stuff I want to talk about. So just to mention the supers real quick. So the punch super, sort of your basic strike super. This is invincible. So he has at least something invincible for level 1. That's nice. And the level 2 naturally does more damage. Not a lot more for combos. You're going to want to do level 1. But this also is 1 frame faster. I haven't figured a combo route where level 2 will hit where level 1 won't yet, but I'm sure it probably exists. His kick super is a command grab. So a thing to note though about that. So just like his other level 1, the level 1 kick grab super is invincible startup and does slightly more damage. So that's nice. Also, it's plus 24 on knockdown. So if you just dash afterwards, you're plus 4. So again, that's nice, right? But it is one of those moves where you can jump after the super flash. So using it for a grab in and of itself is not advised at all. Like at all. However, that said, the level 2 version, that you just get got. So there's no jumping it after the flash. If you just get hit, you get hit, and you're going to be taking a bit over 300. So if you're just looking for a quick and dirty way to end the round, if you have the 2 meters, the level 2 command grab super is basically that in a nutshell. And looks cool because he's just beating the crap out of you. And of course, we got the hidden gear, and it's just like any other hidden gear, basically. Very fast startup, does a lot of damage, beats the crap out of you. Not too much to say other than that. So now let's talk that command grab. Like I mentioned here earlier, like damage-wise, it's certainly not top in class. Like even Vox, right? Like Vox will get almost 200 for his, versus Mr. Big gets 133. The thing that's different there, though, is Mr. Big doesn't knock you exactly full screen. He leaves you very close. And it is a hard knockdown, by the way. And it's just got the most easy bake Oki ever. Like, you just dash afterwards, and you're directly on top of them, and you're very advantage. Someone like a Vox, he gets pressure afterwards, because that's a hard knockdown too, but he's not directly on top of you right afterwards. Mr. Big is. So basically, if you don't know Kevin, for example, it's a Kevin situation. So easy Oki, just directly on top of you, and then go crazy. And unlike Kevin, you know, Mr. Big has like the stand heavy punch, he's got the fireball, he's got counters, like he's got a bunch of tricks. And in this easy bake pressure situation, you can just dash, and it can lead into itself. You are so wildly advantaged that they have no recourse but to get strike or throw. Even if they're to wake up with a fast button like for Vox, stand jab, right? It is the easiest, most trivial thing in the world. Just crush it with like anything. Add to the fact that you're so close to him, just walk forward like a pixel after that dash, and you'll get a close heavy or like whatever close normal you want after the fact, and it'll beat the fastest normals in the game. So basically, it's just a grab situation that forever leads back into, if you hit a button, my close heavy will beat you, and if you're passive, get grabbed back into the vortex. And again, we talked to other situations like EX, quarter circle back kick, right? So he can just break it early and then be advantage in your face, and then just be in throw distance and get you. So that's good, right? And then again, it just leads into flip a coin, Oki, basically. And then there's the input, because Fatal Fury being Fatal Fury and being an SNK game, inputs are really weird. So the input for the grab is a Dragon Punch motion, forward, down, forward, right? And that's a blessing in this game. That's a huge buff for the grab, actually. I know that sounds weird, but follow the logic here. So instead of going like forward, down, forward, you can go forward, down, forward. And it'll cancel that into the dash because you're doing forward, forward. And because he has a special and normal cancelable dash, you can just do dashing command grabs, right? So, and this is nothing new for him. Like Kevin has literally the same tech, right? But it's something you can do. Also, say if you have your rev button bound, forward and rev is a dash in of self. So you can just go forward, down, forward, and then hit kick. And then you don't even need to hit forward, right? Like, it'll literally just be a Kara dashing forward command grab in and of itself. So due to the nature of the input, it's just super easy just to get like running forward super quick, blink and you miss it, get grabbed, command grabs. So again, lower damage, like even Vox is like 40 more damage. But his Oki situation as compared to Vox is just so much better, because unlike Vox, after that grab in a single dash, he's just on top of you, like right away. Like you have to just respect the fact he can hit buttons and there's nothing you can do about it. And this is where I'll mention close heavy, by the way. If you just do that and you feint cancel it, it's always +3 on block, by the way. So like if they block the close heavy, like, yo, it's your turn still, don't worry about it. And then again, it's still your turn in command grab distance. So like low damage, but it just leads to so much just like pressure. So it's really, really good. And if you can't tell, I kind of like it. And of course, if you want to get some actual damage on it, you can with the enhanced version, and RevXL cancel out of it. Although just like every command grab in this game, like it will scale poorly, but that's just how they balance the game. And that's the gist of Mr. Big. That's the basics of Mr. Big. As far as like the season 1 characters go, he's not terribly complex. He's got big buttons, and he's got a really ignorant command grab that leads into itself or leads into basic, guest strike, guest throw, pressure, right? And he's not as complex as Chun-Li or Ken or anything like that, but he's cool. I like him. I like simplistic. His name is Mr. Big, right? And he's here to do like some big boy things. Just simplistic, big normals, annoying command grab, effective screen control. It works. Like defensively, maybe a little bit weaker some of the rest of the cast, but like, oh well, everyone needs a weakness. I'm very interested in seeing where his like EOST and just general arcane story go, because if you've been following along, he's sort of like the premise of this. He's the one who kidnapped Rock's mother, apparently. So why did he do that? What's been the plan all along? Will there be more tie-ins? Like Chun and Ken had all sorts of hints at like a potential Capcom versus SNK 3. Is Mr. Big gonna be hinting at a new art of fighting? Maybe. Then again, maybe not. I don't know. The build I have right now, this has no story stuff at all. Like I can access training mode and versus, and that's about it. And again, thank you very much for SNK for giving me early access, as accessing training mode and versus before the character comes out is really handy to make this kind of video. But yeah, honestly, like I think he might be my favorite of the DLC characters. Granted, that's because of my implicit bias towards I like big, slow, ignorant characters, and he's a big, slow, ignorant character. I like Chun-Li. I don't really like Ken. Chun-Li's really well implemented. I like her too, but just the fact that he's just got a hard knockdown command grab that just gives you the world. I don't know. I'm a simple man to please, so I'm a really big fan of that. Naturally, we know there's going to be more seasons of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves coming. Game Awards is right around the corner as of the time this video should be going live. So who knows exactly what's to come? Other than there will be season 2, there'll be some interesting stuff about it, and we'll see when we get there, and I'm very interested in it. Fatal Fury is going to have a long tail. Will it be Art of Fighting 3 long, where apparently there's $100,000 tournaments 30 years after the game came out? I don't know about that, but for the immediate future, we definitely have more coming. And Mr. Big is basically the end of year 1, and we'll head into year 2, and looking forward to it. But that all said, well, that's the end of the video, I suppose. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Fatal Fury.